Penelope, would you stand up there for me? Okay. This is Mary at the.meri.atelier, and I am going to follow Becky. Becky popped on. Yay, Becky, I'm glad you popped on. She's doing a pick 10, so I'm having to get set up. Her first prompt is stamp with a leaf or a feather with paint. So I just cut a leaf shape out of a piece of cardboard, and I'm just going to smear it in here. And so I'm just going to stamp some leaf shapes, maybe like they fell last fall. Like that. And I'm just kind of having it says the second prompt is orange. I'm catching up with you, Becky. I was up late last night with my Friday Night Live. So I'm kind of just catching up this morning. I'm practicing making pie crust. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. It looks like leaves that have fallen, and the next one is use orange, and I happen to have orange out here because I was painting the bee. Yeah, I'm just going to put some orange on here too. Use orange. It'll look like fall, but we'll just put some in here with my same stamp, and maybe I'll put some snow on here eventually. We'll see what the October or November here. I love doing these pick 10s. I miss them. And I got all involved in doing my envelope, painting that envelope, and I didn't like it last night, so I painted 2 of them. If you don't like something you're doing, start over. Oh, paint it out. All right, I think I'm happy with that, though. I like this so far. I'm ready for the next one, Becky. You're not ahead of me. You could very well get behind. I get behind when I do a great big sheet. All right. A little here. Let's see. Where's my heat gun? We'll just dry it a little. Yeah, I made a cherry pie, and I think for once my pie crust might have turned out. I did too. See, Becky said I added orange. I'm up with you, Beth. I'd like to see you come on more, but I understand why you don't. Alrighty. Prompt 3. Let's get some winter in here. Ready, ready, ready. Thumbs up, please. Add metallic leaves. Well, you know, I always think gold when I think metallic, but let's change that out a little. Let me go over and get my metallics. I separated them out. Let's see, what do I have down here? Do I have any metallic down here? Let's see what I have. I have this color shift. I'm not sure that's really metallic. I have red folk art metallic. I have that dragon glaze. Here's an antique gold. Well, you know, antique gold. I'm looking in my old stash of metallic. There's some blue. This I've had around for a while. Ooh, here's a rich espresso. Let's go with the gold, the blue, and the rich. And shall I just do that with the same leaf shape? I think I will. I think I'll just... Or I could stencil, like I think Aunt Becca's going to stencil. Do I have a sponge out here? I do. Let's stencil. Well, I don't know if I have leaves out. I have leaves. A paper here that I could put a stencil on real fast. Let's just grab a piece of this scrapbook paper that I don't care so much about. And let's just cut some real quick stencils with the scissors just for the fun of it. I'm going to see a movie and I'm thinking, man, let's cut one this way. Leaf shape this way. Ooh, I don't know if I like that, but I don't have to put them all in there. Okay, I fold this way, and let's just do some really let's cut some leaf shapes like this. And I decided I was going to cut stencils, so oh, she's going to hold her fine line or what? Yeah, okay. So she pulled another prompt. Number 4. I'm going to hold this one. Yeah, it does make for a wet paint. So 4 is use a fine liner. And I'm going to hold that one too, just so that I can keep up with it. Add fibers. Fibers could be fabric. And I just happen to have out here all this fabric from doing my maps yesterday. Last night I did maps to cover my scavenger hunt journal. So let's add fibers and I'll come back with the leaves. Ooh, this is going to be cool. Let's do that. So glue, and you know, my brushes are really probably painty from last night, but I really don't care too much, but I just don't want to get them out. She's moving on. All right, let's just add some fibers here. Let's glue them in here. I'm going to get these down and then add fibers. Already. I'm kind of glad I held those leaves now because I can go. Too autumn for me. This doesn't help me. Yeah. Yeah, right. Do my own pick 10s on my own channel sometimes since we are. All right, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with it. Let's give it a dry while I'm waiting for Becky. I'm waiting for Becky. Of course, I held the metallic leaves and I held it because she did. Let's give it a dry. It looks like autumn in the world. Yes, it does. Usually my pick 10 doesn't come together until about the 7th or 8th trunk, but I think it's got a good start on here, a good background. Becky's still on doing her add fibers, so I'm just drying. Add fibers. All right. Add leaves, add orange, and add fibers. Add metallic leaves. I'm holding the metallic leaves and use a fine liner. I'm holding the fine liner. You know what I'm thinking? Winter garden. Winter garden. That's what I'm thinking. In fact, I think I'll turn it upside down. Winter garden. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Winter garden. Yeah, that's where my head is going right now. Let's. Yeah. He's picking another one. Texture. I can do that. Modeling paste texture. Yeah. Well, I just happened to have made some fresh modeling paste not too long ago. And I have a stencil. Let me turn around here. See what I have here for stencils. At hand. I want something textury. I think I'll add some dots. Oh, you know, I can't wash this. This is not a plastic stencil. That is a cardboard stencil. I don't want to use cardboard stencils with. Let's do this. This one. This is paper stencils, and I don't want to use texture paste with them. Because I can't wash them. And we just need texture. And if I can get the jar open. Where are my scissors? There we go. Scissor trick worked on that. All right, let's see what I can do here. Modeling paste texture. Yeah. Let's flip it this way. And modeling paste may need a little water in there. Little softening up. The top layer, it'll soften in. And it might have put too much water in there. I need to get some more baby powder. It's on my list. That may be too much. I'm not sure how that is going to go on my stencil. Oh, it's pretty textural though. Let's continue with that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's interesting. And this is giving me texture. I think I added too much water in here, but that's okay. It's doing fine. One more here. Add spirals is the next one, but I'm going to finish with this. Add spirals is the next one. Add spirals. All right, let's spray the stencil. Keep it wet until I can wash it. And let's just put it in here like this, and that'll keep it. We'll keep it wet. All right, she's drying, so I'm going to dry. She added spirals, but I'll come back to spirals. This puts snow on it, didn't it? This puts snow on my winter garden. Winter garden. Oops. 7 is add spirals. Spirals. I might go with a wild card with that. I don't care for spirals that much. I could do flourishes, but we'll see. I'm going to dry this some more. Rainy day fun. Snowy day fun here. Need some doing there. Dry this off a little bit. Needs more. Something up in here. The orange up here. I'm pretty happy with this. It'll thicken up. Let's see. While I'm waiting for her next one, I'm going to add some glue under here. And I don't care if it resists with this. The swirls. Spirals. I guess I'll just call them swirly cues. Maybe this is the garden gate thing here. And I'll have to dry this. spirals. And these aren't really spirals. Yeah. When in doubt, add more. Let's put some kind of arrows in there. And I'm thinking this will resist. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with this. Because this will resist. But I better dry it fast. It's kind of a glue, Elmer's glue resist. Might take some time to dry. And I'm going to smish this out. You're not going to draw something. Use the stencil. Use the stencil. I just used the stencil. Well, I'll write it down. I'll probably use it at the end. Look, my page is getting wet. So the next one, let's turn this off a minute. My spirals are in there, but I kind of smashed them out. Use a stencil. So I'm using my Elmer's glue as a resist, but it kind of smashed it out. So I don't know how it's going to turn out. We'll see. But it's really wet. So I may have to catch up with Becky after she gets hers done. I'm not. I could put my metallic leaves on there. I need metallic pieces. I'm wanting to add a wash onto this. Maybe I'll get a prompt that says add color. This is very wet yet. It's going to take a long time for this glue to dry. Put some of these leaves on here. Smash. I don't think you're going to be able to see my spirals. I'm using the cutout of the stencil. Does that count? You know what I'd like to do for a spiral? Let's do this. I have to find a piece of, oh, even this matte paper would work. Very vintage. Ooh, maybe some of this right all gluey. And what you do is you just start cutting in a circle. This is a spiral. And it'll stick because that Elmer's glue is still wet. Like peeling a potato. Mr. Mark Mirror and your potatoes. Winter garden. Yeah. Add a spiral. There we go. Now let's just start adding it here. Let's add it down here in the corner. That will help reinforce it. And let's put it down there. I might have to come back in and glue some of this. Well, let's just let it go where the glue is. I might have to add more in there just to tack it down while it gets spirally. Now this doesn't look like a spiral, but it is a spiral. Yeah. That white stuff is for the birds. Yeah. Yeah. And we'll just, after I get this down, I'll go in there and I'll tack it all down. I'll collage it all down. I might have to tear it a couple spots to get it going the other way here on this side of the paper. Let's bring it down a little more. Oops. All right, that was not intentional. My spiral is catching on to itself here. See, it is a spiral. She's pulling another prompt. Use gray. Oh, gray will go good with the winter garden. Gray will go good with a winter garden. Now, I'm going to hit this with some glue because it needs it. Oops, that's texture paste. This is texture paste. My texture got, I might have to come back to my texture paste. Let's get my glue out again. And that means I need to get another towel. So the next prompt is add gray. Add gray. And I still need to do this one and that one. Probably could add gray off of my brush. I'm just going to kind of collage these down with glue. It'll be wet. It'll be wet and gooey and not perfect. Now you saw me cut that spiral, right? This is going to be one wet mess, but I don't mind that. Just get all that glue on there. Let's fold that. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking the lines. I'm liking the lines because they're going like a scribble almost. We're just going to kind of collage all this down as much as I can. From now on, does that mean you're going to be on more? Becky. Mary heard that. Mary heard it. Yeah. I'm liking this. I'm liking it a lot. I'm still on adding spirals. That's okay. If she gets done, I can still work. Right. Let's see. She had spirals, not swirls. So that was a spiral then here. I'm pretty happy with it. It needs to dry. Get underneath of this with my brush. Clutch down as much as I can. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. You know what I have is gray, is that alcohol ink. I have alcohol ink. Pulling the last prompt. 10. Oh, journal on the page. On page, splatter with white paint. I'll do both. All right. All right. She says if you don't feel a prompt, throw it out. Do something else. She doesn't care. My page is very wet and dewy. But you know what would look good on here? Well, I don't know with all this blue I have on here now. But gray, I have that alcohol ink that I've been making. Ooh, that would totally soak through, but it might resist. Ew. Now let's see what I have. Now, come on. I gotta look in here and see where it might be. I can't see a thing. What's this? Yeah. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Ah, here we go. I have some alcohol ink that should be black, but it's probably gray. Oh. Now, how am I going to use it? That's the thing. How am I going to use this? It doesn't say how to add it. So let's take this brush and get as much wet as we can. How am I going to use this? I should put it in a sprayer, but I think what I'm going to do is do this trick again. These are, really did shake it, didn't I? These are Pen Plus Gear marker, deconstructed Pen Plus Gear. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, wow, this might be nice. Add gray. Now I'm calling this Winter Garden. You know, a spray would be nicer. But since I don't have a spray, let's splatter this. And you know what I want to do is I want to wipe this up a little. Let's do some lifting here. I think I still can because it's not quite dry yet. Alcohol dries fast, but if you work fast, now this is like a mess to you, but I still have the leaves, the metallic leaves to add, and journal on the page and splatter with white. And if I could tell you how yucky this is, not yucky, messy. Messy, messy, messy. And that. Let's see if I can pick up some more of this. I can stencil. You know what? I'm thinking those white roses might look very nice on here. or any type of a stencil. Let's wipe this out. I'm very happy with how this ink is coming out. It's gray. Handle your. Oh, I'll just set it here. I don't want to get my. Becky's buffering for me. I'm way behind. Let's close this up before I spill it. Put that back away. I'm done with that. I want to clean this lid out. As much as. And I'm not listening to Becky right now because I'm trying to catch up with myself. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy. I'll probably be using that for something else. So I'm thinking winter garden. I'm thinking winter garden with this. I'm going to put this away. And she's sewing the kitty. She's all done. She's showing her cat. Winter garden, when it's all plowed up, it's really not producing, at least here in Nebraska. Now I'm going to put my earbuds on and see what she's saying. I think she's saying goodbye or talking to her cat. Have a great day, Becky, they're saying. She's leaving. All right, Becky's turning off her computer. All right, so I can turn off my phone here. If you're done. I'm not done. I'm not done with my piece. What time is it? It's only 2 o'clock. Now let's see what's soaked through here. Not a whole lot soaked through for the back side. So I got a lot of resist on here. That's why I was able to pick up some of this. Fine liner. I'm thinking of gate, a winter gate, a garden gate, or mint trellis. Let's see. I have to use a stencil. I added gray. Let's go through my prompts after I get it dried. Metallic leaves. We can do that yet. Yep, I'm thinking winter garden. It's still sticky. It has to dry. It has to dry and cure. When I put that Elmer's glue on it, it really. Now, I think I'm going to put more texture paste on this. I used the texture paste, so you saw me use it. But I think after I get my, let's go through my prompts here. My prompts say, stamp at least one leaf. Well, you can kind of see them on the bottom, so I did that. Use orange, I did that. And my desk is working because I got it so wet. Add metallic leaves, I still have to do. Use fine liner. She's holding it, but I'm going to use it anyway. Add fibers, I did that. Modeling paste, I did that. Spirals, I did. Journal on page and splatter white. Boy, I'm thinking winter garden. Add gray. Fine liner. Use a fine liner. Oh, my hands. Yeah. Let's get all of this off. You're going to hear a bang. I put everything on top of my floral stencil. I got a snowflake one out, and geometric ones. So I cleaned my stencils. Well, just let all that stuff fall. Let's see what I have here. I'm looking for a stencil that I want to use. These are all Christmas. These are geometric, but I could use something like that with a sponge. And I have these lines. That's kind of fun. I need that one. Ooh, here's some floral. All right, I'll use those florals. All right, that's what I'm going to use. And it's... All righty. We'll do that. You don't want to see behind me. But you know what? This is how I have fun. All right, we're not going to use this one. We're going to use this one. And this, I think this is like a stencil that you would, it has an adhesive backing. No, maybe it doesn't. Yeah. We want some florals, but I think I'll do the florals afterwards. So let's do, and here's the thing about fine liners. If you use them as a, you can dry it with your heat gun right away. You apply a really thin line. Let me get this back in here. Come on. Clean that nozzle out a little. So, and if you just take, I'm thinking fence post gates here. And if you just apply it like this and a really thin line, and then you just kind of smoosh it down. So let's do a garden gate, a fence, like an iron trellis fence, or I could even do a gate. Well, let's do this. And let's do an arrow thing up in here. Yeah, that's what I'm wanting. And let's do a taller one here. We'll alternate them. And whoops, well, let's just go down. And right here. Yeah, I'm liking this. Yeah, want a shorter one. And this is kind of, might clog up your nozzle if you're not careful. The taller one here. So you have to be kind of careful how you're doing this. But what you're doing is you're kind of spreading out your paint with your nozzle. And right about in here, I want a diamond. Let's clean that off. And a shorter one. And a taller one. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Now let's just take and let's do a line. And remember, we're going to kind of smush it out with our nozzle. A line there. And maybe a line down below. Here. Yeah, we don't want too much on there. Okay. So I did use my fine liner, but I may come in with my finger because I'm all messy anyway. Yeah, get this cap back on. Come on, get in there. You're almost there. Come on. There we go. And let's go with my line, with my finger here, and just kind of smush this down a little. And make a... It doesn't have to be perfect, but this will help it dry too. And these are kind of, you know, like the top of iron gates. And they have a little triangle in there. Little diamond in here. And don't worry if it doesn't look good now, because I'm going to be adding more to this page. Yeah. And I don't know how much I'm buffering. I should go to my own channel now that Becky's done. Let me do that and get my hands clean. Let me go to my own channel. And let's clear all this out. And YouTube. And your channel. Videos. There I am. Yeah, push it up a little so you can see it. Okay, so that was used fine liner. Now I can do metallic leaves, and I think I'm going to do that with, get my wax paper out here again, with paint. Here's my stencil that I'm keeping wet. Alrighty. I'm saving my sponge for the stenciling. So I could use this metallic rich espresso. I haven't used this for a while. Ooh, that's a pretty color. Some metallic blue, which probably is pretty much done for. And how are you going to add it? Well, I do think I'm going to add it with a brush. Not that one. Let me see what I have here for a brush. I put them in this water last night. Ew. All right. Metallic leaves. So let's just add maybe like a viney thing here. Some gold coming in there. Now, I'm not sure how this is looking to you. I'm buffering on my own page. I'm getting my video back here. I like. You know, I almost feel like I need to put a leaf. Let's take some of this blue and just kind of make some negative leaves, some negative leaf shapes in here. I'm buffering again. I should have just stayed away from my own page. Where is that? Over here. Now, I'm not sure you can see what I'm doing, but I'm putting in negative space in here. So some of these shapes, like this shape here, looks like a leaf. You have to kind of like the abstract part of this. And this still bothers me in here. See if I can't get it to look more like a... I got black on my brush. And I want it to look more like a leaf. Well, it looks like a huge leaf. All right, I think I'm going to leave that. Now, I'm going to take my brush, though, and kind of smooth out some of these lines for my fence. Let's see. Over here, this needs to, some of this. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, I'm pretty happy with it. Now, let's go to my prompts and let's check where I am here. Use fine liner. Whoops, this is not my, I reached for the wrong one. Add metallic leaves is done. Use fine liners done. Add fibers, modeling paste, spiros. Use stencil. Add gray journal and splatter white. Stencil. And I can't do spring leaves. So I think I'll stencil with white. We'll see. Ooh, this is trellisy here too. Look, I could do that in there. I'm warping my cardboard here. Let's do it with white. It'll probably get smeared some in there, which is okay. We'll say it's snow on a fence. And I think this paint is about done for. This is some that was stuck behind. Let's go to this other one. Yeah, white. Let's close up the metallics. Get them off of my desk. And hopefully I'll have enough. I think I'm liking that. I think I'm liking it. Oh yeah, let's go over here a little bit more. There, oops. Well, that's okay though. Okay, let's see what I have. Yeah, now let's do some flowers. And I kind of want them going up the fence post here. We'll try these right here. And we'll see what happens. Sort of. Maybe not so many here. And I think I'll put these kind of Ooh, yeah. And maybe these coming up this way. Maybe even up a little higher. A little lower here. Maybe a little bit more white. I kind of think I'm happy. What do you think? I think I'm happy with that. Let's put this on that towel there. Okay. So, let's give it a dry. I'm not sure about this. Let's put my glue away. It's away. We don't need that. The sponge. Now I almost feel like I get my fine liner out again. I almost feel like I could get my fine liner out again. Yeah, let's do that. Because I'm getting toward the end. Now I can journal after. And let's. I can always journal on here afterwards. Or I could write winter garden in here. I have to think about it. Okay, there is a little bit of a fence coming up this way. And one up here. And one down in here. And I'm going to leave that. Let's get this one in there. And it kind of comes down like that. And one in here. Now, I want a bar. I think I want a bar going across here. And a bar coming this way. Yeah, just coming that way. And a bar coming this way. Yeah. How is that looking? Now, I wrote my winter garden here and winter garden there because I'll be folding this up in my journal and it'll be having a midway point in there. So this paint kind of wants to go its own way. I'm just going to let it do its thing. It knows itself better than I do. I think. There. My winter garden, and then this says WIN T E R, and this is a big G, G A R D E N, winter garden. Now I do feel like, I'm not sure how I feel like. I think I need to let it dry at this point. I might do more to this after this is all dry, but right now this just needs to dry. So this is where it's at right now. I hope you've enjoyed doing this. Becky, thank you for doing the Pick 10. I miss you, Becky. I miss you coming online. I understand. I hope you get better soon. Had lots of fun doing it. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next page.